Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're making our race car. So far we made parts 1 and 2. We're going to go ahead and make parts 3 at this time. Part 3 is the strut that holds up the spoiler. So we're going to go ahead and make those. Uh, Take a quick look at the drawings, see what those parts look like. You can see from the front view they are a quadrilateral with one angled slope on it, and then you see that from the front it just looks like a rectangle. So this was going to require us to draw using the line tool, and let's go ahead and do that. So first, we're going to go ahead and turn the model to its side. I'm going to create a sketch on top, on the sketch on the right side, or the front side. Click on that. Click on that side to create the sketch plane. You can see that that sketch plane is on the long side of the vehicle. And we're going to call that strut. And let's go ahead and draw that. We're going to use our line tool to create the strut. It lines up with the back corner of the object of the car, rear hood. Click on it and we'll go straight up and down. You see that we'll snap to vertical, and you'll see a little black vertical line to let you know that you snap vertically. Click on that, move across, and click and release. You know that you got horizontal whenever, once again, you see that horizontal line symbol. And bring it down to see a yellow line. Make sure it's not at the midpoint because we don't want to snap to the midpoint. All right, click and release, and then don't forget to close the bottom of your shape. Otherwise, you won't be able to extrude it. Let's go check our measurements. The top of that object is 0.430 inches. So we're going to go ahead and measure that from point to point, and 0.430. Now, please note that whenever just a little housekeeping tip, um, be sure to put your dimensions somewhere where they're easily read. It'll makes things easier for you as you work. So, good spot to put them. Good spot to put them. Terrible spot to put it. Less than ideal spot to put it. So I'm going to go right here. Okay. That's the first dimension. The second dimension is the length of the bottom, it's the overall length of the part. So that was zero, no, zero, not zero, 1.070, 1 in 70,000. So we'll click on the bottom here and click on the bottom point here. And that was 1.070. And that's how long that is. And we need a height. What's the height? And the height is 530 thousandths, so 0.530. Click and release, click and release. 0.530. All right, that's as much as we can do from our sketch. So we're going to go ahead and finish our sketch by clicking the green check. And time to extrude that. Go ahead and click our extrude button or Shift E on the keyboard. Identify the space we want to extrude. Flip that direction around. It is going to be blind depth, but we don't know what the depth is. Let's go back and check our dimension. That depth was 0.320, 320 thousandths. 0.320. Okay. And we want this to be a new part again, so click the new button. And we're going to call that, don't forget to call it strut. And that pops up down here at the bottom as part 3, so let's rename part 3 to strut. All right, so now you can see that we've created one of the two struts. The second strut will be quick and easy because we can actually copy the first strut, and there's a couple different ways to do that. I'm going to show you A pretty easy one by just copying the geometry. So I'm going to click on sketch and start a new sketch on the opposite side. And we'll call this strut 2. And again, view normal to plane, whoops, by clicking an empty space and then tapping the N on your keyboard. And we're going to look right here. So we're actually going to just right click on that and choose use. That now finishes our sketch. The sketch is created, and that was how easy it was. We still need to extrude to the same distance. Well, what was the previous distance? 32 320 thousandths. So we're going to click the extrude button, change the direction, 320 thousandths. And again, that was a new part, and that's strut 2. And that's all there is to it, to making those two struts. Oh, don't forget to give it a name. So that's what she takes. Good job if you're following along and you get this part. Keep up, and as always, keep being awesome.